Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. You can find me on Instagram at Romani_fire. I do daily readings there. You can find me on Facebook too. I don't really use Facebook though, but I'm there. Sometimes I might post on there. Today is going to be your monthly pick a card reading. So this reading is for January. We have 3 sets of cards here. So you can ask 3 different questions, or you can ask 1 different question and pick a set of cards and we'll see what they're saying. So we have cards 1, cards 2 and cards 3. I'll give you a moment to pick whichever set you feel drawn to, and then we'll get straight in to what we want to see for January. So let's have a look excuse me, and see what's happening for January for Sagittarius who chose cards number 1. I feel like already cards number 1, I feel like you could be having like a bit of a chest situation, chest and throat. So this could be maybe over Christmas, or maybe even present. You're suffering from maybe a chest infection, or maybe you're having a lot of throat chakra issues, which means you're having a lot of problems when it comes to your communication. Just off the bat, sorry, that was just a bit of information that came through because it came through strong as soon as I started this reading. So let's see what's happening for cards number 1. So cards number 1, oh gosh, look at all of this synchronicity up here. We've got this, this and this. That's quite interesting. So this could be that you're actually aligning yourself with where you want to go. And the Hermit in the middle here is telling us that he's going off and he's going to find what it is that he wants. And in this deck, you can see that the Hermit is actually picking the star that he wants, and he's using that star as his guide to guide him forward. So it may be that in January you have to kind of go off on your own for a moment just to figure out what it is that you really want to do for the rest of the year, maybe, because it's January. You know, people are all about setting New Year's resolutions and focusing on the year ahead and all that kind of big stuff. And for you, it might be that you may need to go off on your own as the Hermit to really figure out what it is that you want. But it's almost like if you look at the card properly, you can see that he's already chosen the star that he wants to guide him along his journey. So it's almost like he already kind of knows. It's just a matter of putting that into the lantern and using it to guide him forward. So it's almost like you kind of had like this underlining feeling of where it is you want to go, or this underlining feeling of like, you know, that you need to start switching it up. And I think that in the month of January, with the Hermit here slap bang in the middle, that you will be going off maybe on your own for a little bit just to figure out what it is that you really want to do with the rest of your year. I mean, we've had Christmas, you know, we've kind of celebrated Christmas, we've spent that with our family and blah, de, blah, de, blah. You know, you're probably tired out from it all. Now you want to kind of go off and do your own little thing and blah, de, blah, you know, that's fine. Go off, figure out what it is that you want to do. And then let's look at where the Hermit is facing. The Hermit is facing the Justice card. So this could be that finally you're starting to find that balance. Like if you look at this card, she has dropped her sword and she's now released the dove. So this could be like freedom from something that was holding you back, because justice is all about justice, right? It's all about it could be maybe like a legal issue or relationships, because justice excuse me. Oh, interesting. Maybe because what I was just saying is that it could be relationships. And as I said, relationships, I started coughing. So it could be that maybe your relationships have been having a lot of communicational issues. Maybe like every time, if you've been on my channel and you've been on my page for a very long time, you know that anytime I see a curtain, you know what's up. You know that behind that curtain, there's some kind of something that nobody's talking about, or it's like the skeleton in the closet. So this could be that in your relationships, there's a lot of stuff that you're not communicating. And maybe that's why you're having a lot of like throat issues. Or, you know, they say that you get a lot of suppressed anger in your throat. So it could be that maybe you're quite angry. And we do have a lot of red here as well. So this could be... it could be anger. You know, red is seen as like a power colour. So it could be like you see a lot of red on stop signs and danger signs and stuff. So it could be that when it comes to your relationships, you're holding in a lot of frustration. But I think going into January, you're over it. Like you finally found that balance because you've dropped your sword of like, you know, the battle's over. You've dropped your weapon and now you've released the dove. And when you release a dove, it took... Oh, excuse me. God, you guys, are you having like chest issues, throat issues? It's like every time I try and say something, I feel like I'm about to cough or... So it's about freedom. So you're finally letting go of something. You finally found that balance. And it's given you like this new hope. It's like released you. It's given you all of this space now to create what you want to create. With the Nine of Cups here, you can see that in this deck, he's still filling up his cups. He doesn't know 100% what he wants. He's still in that process of trying to figure out what it is that he wants. And now that you've kind of like gone off and you've kind of let go of all of the stress and the strains that may have been like troubling you over the last few months, you're able now to fill up the rest of your cups because you've given yourself time to focus on you to get to where you want to be. So in the month of January, I feel like for you guys, it's all about going off, finding yourself, finding out what it is that you want to do for yourself. This does feel very self-involved, but not in a negative way. It's actually very positive when you put yourself first. And sorry, something just happened to my camera. It just cut off just mid-sentence. So I'll go back to what I was saying. So it could be that you're now ready to like go off, and people say that it's like selfish to look after yourself, but if you can't put yourself first, then you can't actually look after anybody else or do anything else for anybody else. So you have to put yourself first. So it's not selfish to go off and think about what it is that you want, because at the end of the day, you've got to live your life for you. So in the month of January, I feel like you will be going off on your own and you will be figuring out what it is that you want. And because you've let go of relationships that are like dragging on, or it's like around your relationships, it feels like you're just letting go of all that stuff that has just been really like stagnant. Like you've just dropped it. It's like I can't do this anymore. I'm over it. Set yourself free, move on. And that's great, because now it's given you the opportunity to fill up your cups and to get what it is that you actually want from life. This is you filling up your own cups. This is you filling up all of your desires. This is you working on everything that you want to work on. This is you being emotionally fulfilled enough to manifest the great things that you want. You know, what are the last few things that you want from life? You've got a couple of cups left to go. What is it that you want for the rest of your life? And this is what January is going to be for you guys. You're going to be working on what it is that you want and where it is that you want to go. And you're going to potentially create everything you've ever wished for. But before you can do that, you do have to focus on you. You do have to focus on where you want to go. And you do have to let go and set yourself free from anything that is binding you or keeping you stuck where you are. So it's about setting yourself free, letting go of any kind of issues, that relationships or anything that's gonna hold you back. You're letting that go now, and you're ready to focus on what it is that you want, and you're going to fill up your cups so that you can, for the rest of the year, you can focus on what it is that you want and where you want to go. Be interesting to see for you guys what the last couple of cups are that you're going to be filling up. What is it that you're going to be putting in these cups? What is it that you're trying to manifest? And I think, again, overall, that in the month of January, you guys will be focusing on yourself and where it is that you want to go in life. And that's absolutely fine. It's about time you put yourself first. I'm just saying. Let's see what's happening for cards number 2. So cards number 2, let's see what's happening for you guys. We have the 8 of Cups. So cards number 2, I feel for you, this is about your courage. This is about you stepping up. And then we have like the Ace of Swords here, and it's like you're pulling out your sword of truth, and you're going to use that to further yourself in where it is that you want to be. You've got the Strength card in the middle, and this is telling me about your courage of, you know, it takes a lot to to speak your truth. You know, you've got the Ace of Swords here. It takes a lot for you to speak your truth. It takes a lot for you to speak about your new ideas. It takes a lot for you to build up that courage to do this kind of stuff. And I think with the Strength card here, January is about taking that sword. It is about standing in your truth, and it is about communicating what it is that you want from life and where it is you want to go. And oh look, we've got 2 8s here. How interesting. If you are a number numerology in sync kind of person, then we have 2 8s. So 888, if that's your new sync, that could be that in the future, if you want confirmation, maybe 88 is going to be your number for any kind of confirmation in the future. With the 8 of Cups here, though, we can see that you've kind of gone off in search for that 9th cup, you know, to make your wish come true. So emotionally, you're not feeling fulfilled at the moment. You're going off to find what it is that will bring you emotional happiness, like fulfillment. And that's fine. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to go off and figure out what it is that you want. This is your life at the end of the day. And I think that it takes great courage to do that. And again, coming into, you know, you've been thinking about what it is that you want. You've been thinking about where it is that you want to go. And the Strength card here, and the fact that you're walking off here, is telling me that you finally got the balls to go after what it is that you want. And yeah, you have to leave all of this stuff behind to go off and find what it is that you will be, you know, that will fulfill you emotionally. But that's fine. And with this card, I also get, what's that saying? One man's trash is another man's treasure. So even though you're going off and you're going off to find what it is that you want from life, and you know, it's almost like you've had a good clean out, and you've taken all of it, instead of chucking it out and putting it in the bin, you've taken it to a charity shop so somebody else can get some use out of it. So if in January you are having a good old clean out, if there's stuff that can go down to the charity shop, take it down to the charity shop. Goodwill or whatever it is over the world, you know, there's people that could benefit from the stuff that you don't want anymore. And if it's still usable, why not take it to a charity shop so somebody else can use it? You're going off to find bigger and better things. Maybe they're bigger and better things. It's the stuff that you don't want no more, you know. Sidetracked. Anyway, so getting back to this courage. So in the month of January, you guys are stepping into that energy, and you are going to stand in your truth. This hand here, this is you. This is you taking your truth. This is you taking back your power. This is you getting ready to communicate with people what it is that you want. You're not doing this no more. You're not doing that no more. You're coming in and you're taking back your power. And you're coming in and you're telling people what it is that you want from life. And where it is that you want to go now. And I'm drawn to this sign here, and I was just thinking about why would my visual be drawn to just this? And this is like the new you. This is the you. This is you saying, this is me now. This is done. I'm not this person no more. This is me. This is life. This is continuous. You know, the infinity symbol is infinite, right? It's constant. It's never going to change. I mean, yeah, it's going to have its ups and downs, but this is you now. You're ready. You're ready to step into your power. You're ready to take your sword back. You're ready to put your crown on, and you're ready to make shit happen in January. You could be dealing with a Leo also. Let's not forget that. You may have a Leo in your life. Maybe you're walking away from the Leo. I doubt it, actually. Let me rewind that. I say that because you're walking off here and I have to kind of cover everything. This is a general reading. Maybe you are walking away from a Leo. I doubt it, but there may be some of you that are. I think that you're actually going to embrace a Leo, because I feel like the Leo energy is what's kind of giving you that kick up the arse to get what you want. It's like this person in your life is someone that encourages you to go after what it is that you want, is encouraging you to put your crown back on and to take back your power and to live your life for you. Maybe they are the ones that are telling you to walk away from all the shit that doesn't serve you no more. I mean, at the end of the day, the choice is always yours. People can't tell you what to do. You can listen and you can take on their advice, but at the end of the day, it's down to you. But if there is a Leo in your life, it feels like that person is really going to have your back and they're really going to help you move forward. And they're always going to be behind you, like making sure that you're good. So cards number 2, I hope that resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's see what's happening for cards number 3. Cards number 3, let's see what's happening for you in the month of January. So everything's changing for you guys. I feel like the last few months of 2019 have been very up and down, have been very like, you know, how the wheel, it goes up and then it goes down and up and down and up and down. And I feel like the clouds, if you look at this card here, the clouds are clearing. You can see that the clouds are starting to clear. We've got the sun and the moon here, so it's balanced now. All of what you've been going through, you've gone for a reason. There's a reason why you had to go through what you went through. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's saying like the clouds are clearing now. Things are starting to change. Things are on the up. You're finally starting to notice that too in the month of January. You're starting to notice that, you know, your mind is starting to get clearer. You're starting to notice that what no longer serves you is falling away naturally. You're starting to realize that, you know, there are things that you want. You've got the Knight of Cups here, and this is all about, you know, being in alignment with what it is that you love. This guy has his, I mean, and this is why I love this card. It's because this cup, usually in a normal deck, he's, you know, holding and he's waiting to offer it to someone else, but he's looking after himself. And I think in the month of January, that's what's going to be happening for you guys. You're going to be looking after yourself, because before you can look after anybody else, you have to look after yourself, and you're putting your needs first. And I think that's brilliant. And I think that's how most people should be. Well, all people, if I'm being honest. Sorry if my chair just squeaked. And I feel like you guys, you know, you're going off and you're going to be experiencing life in a whole new way, because it's like with this energy here, it just feels like the Wheel of Fortune. It just feels like for a long time you've just had this really clouded mind. It just feels like a really heavy, clouded headspace. And now, in the month of January, that's starting to clear. So now you can smell the roses. Now you can enjoy life. Now you can take in your scenery. Now you can have fun. Now you can go out. Now you can enjoy your experience with the Fool card here. I mean, in this deck, he doesn't know that he's just about to approach the end of the cliff, but the fact still remains that he has faith in where he's going. He doesn't need to look ahead. He doesn't need to look behind him. He's present. He's taking in his experience. He's looking at everything that's surrounding him, and he's enjoying every single moment of it. He's taking it in. He's about to go and smell a rose. His dog is having fun over here. You know, there is no like, There is no cloudedness no more. There's no more clouds. Like, you can't, the only one that's clouded is this middle card. There's no more clouds. Like, it feels like there's a big clearing. You're able to experience life now in a whole new way. Like, you have this renewed faith, this new renewed belief system. Maybe it's that, you know, you are the Knight of Cups and you have been looking after yourself. And because you've been looking after yourself and you've been looking after your emotions, because you have to find that balance, right? Emotionally, it can affect your mind, and mentally it can affect your emotions. But the one way that you will stay in a more kind of positive, I hate the positive and negative stuff, but it's the only way really most people understand that if you can get yourself in an emotional place of fulfillment or happiness, everything else after that becomes a lot more easier. So it could be that the reason why the clouds are clearing is because you feel more emotionally stable, because you have been looking after yourself. So now the sky, you know, your mind is clearing, things are looking up, and you are ready to experience life in a whole new way. And I think for the month of January, there's going to be no plan for you guys. I feel like you're just literally going to trust your instinct, and you're just going to follow your heart. There's not going to be no thought about it. You're just, there's no plan for January. You're just going to follow your heart, and you're going to enjoy every moment of your experience. There's going to be no, oh, should I? You're just going to trust yourself to the extent of you live your life in every second. You're not going to plan ahead. You're not going to think about the past. You're going to be very present, and you're just going to experience every moment as it happens. And that's 100% freedom. That's 100% alignment. That's 100% in your energy. And that's typically what we should be doing on this spiritual journey. We should be 100% in our energy. We should be, you know, living for the now. And I think for you guys in the month of January, you will be living in the month. You will be living in the now. There is going to be no future. There's going to be no past. You will literally be living now. In January, you guys are going to follow your heart. You're going to take in your scenery. Here, clouds are clearing. Things are looking up. Wheel of Fortune. What goes down must come up, and you're on the up. This is freedom. This is self-belief. This is faith, having faith. This is putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you're going to get to your destination. And this guy over here, he trusts himself now. He trusts his heart. He trusts his intuition, and he just goes for it. So guys, I hope that resonates with you guys. Let me know in the comment section below how that feels for you guys. I mean, that's quite a big kind of read for, I mean, if you've read every single, if you've gone through every single reading, then let me know in the comment section below if any of that resonated with you. And I hope you have a great January. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.